Good morning, everybody. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy and a little bit of life thrown in. Happy New Year, everybody. Today is Sunday, January 2nd, 2022. We are in a brand new year. Let us hope that it is a year full of health and prosperity for everybody. I don't know if you can hear Baggy over here making lots of noise. I spent the last couple days over at my brother's house enjoying the New Year celebration with him and my sister-in-law and the kids, which I always enjoy. The only bad part is that I miss my kitty cat terribly for the couple of days that I'm not here. He does just fine on his own with a little extra food and water put down for him. But he misses me and I miss him. And when I get home the day that I'm home, he's extra needy and noisy, and he's like right there on my day bed, and he is just yapping his head off right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes over here. If he does, then I will take him up to show you guys and say hello. But you might just hear some yelling in the meantime. I do have to say, my brother has 2 dogs, and I feel very honored that I walk in and those dogs are all over me, which they aren't with everybody, but they do recognize me as a family member, and I end up getting puppy cuddles on the sofa when I'm sleeping and everything, and I love it. I miss my dog, so it's nice to have a little bit of dog love, but the one, drawback, dogs do not purr, and I really miss that Baggy purr over the last couple of days. So I'm really looking forward to a little bit of kitty snuggle time later today, with that purring monster on my chest. It just, they have done clinical studies, and a cat's purr and petting a furred animal, regardless what kind, but they do lower your blood pressure. So it's nice to be able to snuggle with a loved pet. So as I said, Happy New Year. I was checking out my channel the last couple days, and I think it has a lot to do with my whip parade that I posted 2 weeks ago now. But I have so many new subscribers. You guys, thank you so much. I just flew past 2,000 subscribers when I wasn't even looking. And yeah, so welcome to any of you that are brand new. I'm so glad to have you here with me. I have been doing my channel since the very end of June 2019. I only really started stitching in March or April of 2019. So I still consider myself to be a fairly new stitcher, but I do have sort of a background of being crafty my whole life, and stitching's in my blood from my mom. So I feel like even though I'm brand new, I get in there and I kind of mix it up with a lot of stitching adventures. So I'm really glad to have all you guys with me. And if you are brand new, please drop me a message on the down below. Comment, that's the word I was looking for. Comment and let me know how you found me. Did I just pop up a suggestion in YouTube, which would be great, but if you heard about me from somebody else that I perhaps didn't know that they shouted me out, then let me know so I can go and thank them properly. But I am so happy to have you guys with me, and I hope you like what you see. As I said, I do a Sunday regular FlossTube video pretty much every week. I've only missed 3 or 4 times due to illness and when my mom passed last year. So I'm pretty good about posting every Sunday, and recently I have started to try and post every Wednesday as well. So the Sundays are regular FlossTube, where I show my whips of the week, and if I have any new starts or anything and any haul, that's all the Sundays. And then on Wednesdays I try and do the other stuff, parades, stitch with me's, craft with me's, bead with me's, I have in the past year done tasting videos with my niece and nephew. There's gonna be one more of those coming before they go on hiatus for a little bit. I do cat lady box unboxings there, because if you watch me for any length of time, you'll realize that I have a black cat and I love cats and I like stitching cats for some reason. Stitching cats is really fun for me. So yeah, so I do those unboxings, and then any other extra type stuff that I think of is now going to go on Wednesday. So I'm going to try and do it every week. Next week, keep an eye out because I'm going to do a finished parade. I think I'm going to film it this afternoon. So we'll have a 2021 finished parade next week. Anyway, so I figured at the end of this video, I will go ahead and maybe do a little bit of a, gosh, I passed 2,000 subscribers giveaway of charts. I know that I have been really bad in the past year. I haven't done any giveaways, and then I had a whole series a year ago, Hanukkah, where I was supposed to do a bunch of giveaways and I never sent them out because my life kind of got crazy. Mea culpa on that, and I am still thinking about how I'm going to address that issue. But I have decided that this year, if I do any giveaways, they're going to be chart giveaways of something that I can just put in an envelope and put postage on and mail from my office. Don't want to go to the post office, still don't. But I have several charts to give you guys. Okay, come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, this is the big guy. This is the big Bagheera who I talk about constantly. And, yeah, he missed me. He missed me. He's purring. He's purring up a storm. I don't know if you guys can hear. Let me see if I get him really close. Can you hear the purr? Oh, I missed that. I did. Okay. What was I saying? I was saying something about giveaways, I think. Anyway, we'll do that at the end of the video. But I have charts of stuff that I finished in the last several years. Some pretty good ones, I think. So stick around and we'll get to that. So I have a couple announcements. So please, pay attention right now. I have another Stitchy Zoom meetup scheduled for this month for Sunday, January 23rd at 2 o'clock Pacific time. So this is going to be, is it the 3rd or 4th? Gosh, now I'm not sure. We didn't do one in December, but we had several in November and October and whatever. So, and they've been a ton of fun. Not a ton of people, about 10 people each time. But it's a great amount, and I've really enjoyed it, and I think that the people who have joined me have really enjoyed it as well. So mark your calendars for January 23rd. I'm going to do it Sunday again this month, and as I said, 2 o'clock Pacific time. I know that doesn't work for everybody. I'm trying to move them around. So I know that, yeah, this is the 4th one because I did a Sunday, then I did Friday night, and then a Saturday. So I'm trying to move them around the weekend so that people from all over the world, all over the country, can find a convenient time. But Sunday, January 23rd at 2 o'clock Pacific time is going to be the next KarlaBeingCrafty Stitchy Zoom meetup. So I would love to see you there. If you would like to get the meeting code and ID, just send me a private message on Instagram. My Instagram name is Karla with a K, KarlaWthak. Same as my email, it's listed below. So send me a message on Instagram and then I'll send you the info. Because I just don't want to put it out till it's completely public. I want to know that I'm sending it individually to people. And then the second thing that's coming up, for those of you who are interested, I'm doing the My Own Valentine Sale
again in February, which is BEEMYOWLENTINESAL. And basically, it is any chart that has anything to do with bees, and because we want to save the bees and we love the bees, and it is, in addition to that, it is kind of a sal to remind us to love ourselves. And regardless of whether you have a romantic Valentine out there, or you have, you know, a galentine, or, you know, you have fur baby Valentines, whatever your situation is as far as Valentine's Day, in addition to that, we really need to learn to love ourselves. It is a lesson that I am constantly trying to learn. And this is, to me, is just a good way to remember every year. I have had a couple people that said they are picking their bee charts already to join in on that. And anybody that would like to join, please do. The other sal, which I haven't started as an official sal yet, but when we get there to the whips, we'll talk about it a little bit more. I started the Twisted Rainbow Sampler by Northern Expressions last week, and I showed it to you guys. And I had a couple people who were like, oh, I have that chart, or the companion one, and I haven't started it yet, or I want to start that. But I'm saying, I'm putting it out there, please start it with me. Either the Twisted Rainbow Sampler or the Twisted Band Sampler. They're really fun to do. I mean, I'm enjoying it totally. And we'll have to come up with some good hashtag. I think that Julie from Stitching at the Cabin, she said she has it. I don't know which one she has, but she said she's gonna start. She's still waiting for fabric, so I'm encouraging her to start with me. Somebody else that they had it, but they were afraid of the specialty stitches. Don't ever be afraid of like needle and thread. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, you have to pull it out and start it over a little bit. No biggie. Anyway, so that is going to be another sal that I think would be fun to have as a sal. No pressure to finish, just start it with me, because kind of it's going to take me like 4 years to do probably. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all the like announcements. New Year's stuff. As I said, I was with my family. We had fun times playing games, watching movies. We watched Encanto on Disney Plus. It was really, really good, very enjoyable, good music. The kids loved it. In fact, they had seen it before I came over, and then they loved it so much they wanted to watch it with me again. So if you haven't seen it and you like, you know, Disney musical type movies, it is very good. So yeah, we watched movies, we played board games. We had a little bit of cranky kids who stayed up too late, but you know, that's to be expected. We ate lots of yummy nibbles and didn't indulge too badly, but you know, indulged just enough so it felt like a celebration, and really enjoyed being together. So that's great. And I'll be going over there again at the end of the month to celebrate Logan's birthday, and also it will be the anniversary of my mom's passing, so I want to be with family on that day, but that will be at the end of the month. So I think that is all of my preamble, and I can get to showing you my projects, and then at the end of the video we'll do a few of the, you know, giveaways, although we don't use that word, right? So okay, so new year, new start. So of course you guys know I had actually 2 new starts this week. One that was like my official New Year new start, but one thing that I actually started towards the end of the year anyway, because I was so excited about it. So the first thing I started, I am calling it Eva Across the Moon. It is the Nora Corbett, one of the, what are they called? These Bewitching Pixies. And this is Eva. And I mean, it's an adorable pattern, but what is making it even more exciting for me is I found this wonderful fabric. This is a GaRon tote bag, or GaRon Stitchery, I guess, exclusive. It's a Fabric Flair fabric, but I'm just really excited to do this particular chart on this particular piece of fabric because I think it's going to look so cool. So I started Eva. And yep. So this is going to be probably like, I'm going to have to put it in a way bigger frame than the stitching is going to warrant, but you know, I can't lose all of that beautiful moon and clouds and green sky. So that's how far I got on her. Out so that I don't have to pull up this big thing every time to show you. She's gonna be so pretty. But see, I mean, those of you who've been watching me for a while know that stitching something on plain kind of like brown fabric like that is something that I'm never ever gonna do. So yeah, so I think that's gonna be really gorgeous, and I'm excited to work on her some more. Okay. Then my actual New Year, New Start, which I started actually with Stacy. She had a New Year, New Start too. She started a really cute owl chart, actually a kit that she found like way early in her stitching journey that just she totally loved because it's like 4 owls. It's like a mama owl and then there's 3 baby owls, but the baby owls just completely match. Like the mama owl is doing something with yarn, I think maybe knitting, which Stacy doesn't knit, but still it's like doing the crafts. And then there's 3 baby owls, and one owl is like reading or doing something very like cerebral looking, which is exactly like Logan, and one owl is kind of doing acrobatic type stuff, which is exactly like Reagan, and that one has a bow on it, so it's perfect. And then the littlest owl is like getting himself all tangled up in the yarn, which is just like our Hudson. So it's a really great pattern for her. But I started Bella Filipina's, this is the Autumn Equinox Pixie, and I just think she's really, really pretty. And I'm doing her on a gorgeous fabric from Hamddyed by Rolanda, which is one of my very favorite Etsy dyers. And why do I have this sticking out? Because I didn't trim it. Hold on. I want to show you with this piece of floss hanging off of it. So this is the fabric. And there's my start. So I actually got like a pretty good start on it. I mean, it doesn't look like anything yet, but this is her arm, and this is her, like her waist. And then this is going into like the skirt and her wing. And I wish my lighting just doesn't really do this fabric justice. Let me see if I change the way my lighting. Yeah, I don't know, but it's just really, really pretty. So I worked on that yesterday and Friday while we were watching movies and stuff, and I'm gonna really enjoy this one. Okay, So my January stitching theme, so the way I've been doing it for the last year, which really worked well for me, and how I'm going to continue, is I pick like a theme for each month, and you know, like 7 to 10 projects, whips that I have that fit that theme. And that doesn't mean that I can't stitch on anything else, but it narrows down my big pile of whips into something a little bit more manageable for the month, and helps me get some decent progress on things as we go. So for January, it is all of my fancy ladies, and so both of Eva and the autumn Equinox Fairy. There's a bunch of noise going on outside. I think somebody's like rolling a cart or something. Fit into that fancy ladies theme. I started it kind of a week early, if you want to say, because I had finished Lavender Roses, which was my big push for the end of the year, and so I was itching to get started on the fancy ladies. So the other whips that I have for this month that are in that category is my other or second Bella Filipina. I have 3 on the go right now that I started the Autumn Pixie, but I'm also working on Enchantress of the Abyss. I just really wanted to work in the greens when I pulled this out, so I moved over to her tail and I put in that whole bit. So gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I really am very pleased with this fabric. This is fabric I dyed myself. Those of you who've been with me know that it was a big like saga to try and get the fabric, this color that I wanted. I ended up having to go with an Aida because just to get the color that I wanted. I think if you really want some kind of like a dark rich color, you have to go with linen or Aida, because as you guys know, the other even weaves have some more created type fabrics, you know, modals and things like that, where linen is 100% flax usually, and Aida is usually 100% cotton, and those natural fabrics absorb the dye really well. I tried dyeing an even weave, which would have been my preferred type of fabric to use for this, and although it came out really pretty, it just wouldn't hold the dark color. It came out more like a denim-y blue, and I am using it on my Hanukkah piece that you guys have seen, but I really wanted this really dark, deep blue, green color, and I was only able to achieve this by using Aida. So, you know, it's sometimes my preferred, but not always my preferred. I tend to really like the even weaves. But for me on this one, color was the more important feature. And so I'm really happy with the way this color came out. I did get a gorgeous linen that I was hopeful I would be able to use, and I tried and I just couldn't see the holes, couldn't see them at all. And I knew that I wouldn't ever stitch on it because I would be too frustrated. So I think she's gonna look gorgeous on this fabric. Even though it is kind of a stiffer Aida, I think it's gonna be really pretty. Okay, I also worked on Catnap Faye. Let me get the picture before I show you my progress. That's not it. Oh, here. This is Heaven and Earth. It's a quick stitch. The artwork by Nadia Tate. And I am not stitching the background. So I have it on this crystal pool Aida. Yes, Bagheera? What? Oh, needy boy. Told ya, I've been gone. So he's Mr. Needy Pants. Alright. Anyway, I'm not stitching the background on this. Sorry. First video of the year and it's a little scattery. Okay. I'm not stitching the background. So it gets a little bit challenging when I get to like the edges because I have to kind of figure out what is background and what isn't. I actually had a few stitches in here that I had stitched last time and I ended up like actually just cutting them out because I realized that I wanted the fabric to show through right there. Also, this artist, all of her fays have these like really long pointy ears and I don't really like the way that's coming out with the colors. I think I either need to replace one or two of these stitches with a bit of the lighter like skin color because right here it just looks a little weird, or I need to actually just remove that ear. But I mean, I don't know if I should do that because that's her style and all the other ones I have that, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that because that is, you know, the way that the colors work. I don't know. But anyway, I finished the diagonal. I was about here last time you guys saw it. So I finished this diagonal and I got into her wing. So she's also very, very pretty. And we've got just the very bit of the kitty's face right there. This is actually only going to go, if you can see, I used fishing line to grid it myself, and it's gridded as much as it needs to be. So it's, you know, it's only going to go over to here. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about the ear. If it's okay the way it is, if it needs to have some color adjusting right in there, or if I should just remove it. I don't know. I have to live with it for a little bit and see if I feel like I need to make adjustments or if I can just leave it alone. And then my last whip for the week, as we talked about, was my Twisted Rainbow. You're just gonna have to be patient, sir. So this is the Twisted Rainbow. I am doing it with Sulky threads instead of the called for silk. And I'm actually doing it double color. So this is actually calls for 18 colors. Because I got this whole set of Sulky, and I wanted to use it and enjoy it. I actually got 36 colors. So I got 2 for each, you know, color that's called for, each band. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of like dividing it twice. I'm kind of doing a line that way and then a line from this corner up. So this middle band will all be the same rainbow, but the top and the bottom will be like the alternate rainbow. So up here it'll be kind of a little bit lighter, darker, lighter, darker, like lighter, darker. And then down here, the darker will be on the outside, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense when I explain it. It makes sense in my head. And you'll see when I pull out to show you. So this is how far I've gotten so far. So you can see it's just the very top top corner. With the first band of specialty stitches. Now I added in some pink here. It's supposed to go from the red into like corals and oranges. I didn't actually have any like orange, but I decided I would pull in some pink, and then I'm going into more like peachy and corally in the next band. But you can kind of see that there's actually a color difference between here and here and here and here. So that's how I'm adding extra color. My specialty band is not perfect, but it's the first one and I'm learning as I'm going. So it's fine. I'm happy with it. I think it's good enough for government work. And now I have a big band of cross stitch, and then we'll get into the specialty stitches, starting with the peach colors, the peachy coral colors, and then I think we're moving more into like a gold. I think I'm going to work all the way across and get, you know, some of it done all the way across so that I can actually move it up and continue to go on the diagonal. But I'm having a really lot of fun with this. I decided to do it on a charcoal, just for ease of seeing it. Black tends to be a little bit more difficult for me to see. I have worked on 14 count black Aida, and if this were able to be done on Aida, I probably would have done that. But because it kind of needed to be an even weave because of the specialty stitches, which I wanted to use a specialty stitch version. They do have a version that's all cross stitch, but to me, it's like the specialty stitches are part of what makes it really cool. So I definitely wanted to use this to do the specialty stitches, and that would kind of be hard to do on Aida because the splitting the squares and stuff is just not fun. So I decided to do it on more of a charcoal instead of the black, and I still think it's gonna pop gorgeously. So that was my last whip for last week. Okay. I don't have any haul to show you. Last couple weeks I've shown you plenty of haul. So yeah, so I think I have to slow my roll on the ordering stuff. You know, new year, new expenses, health insurance goes up. So yeah, so I need to not be so self-indulgent as far as the cross stitch supplies, and goodness knows I have enough stuff to keep me going for a very, very long time. So I'm going to try and not order too much stuff, although I do have an eye on a set of square hoops on Amazon that I might get, because I'm always looking for just new tools, and I tend to go back to my hoops because I tend to like them the best. But as you can see, I'm trying a scroll rod situation with the twisted band sampler, and I'm liking it. Okay, I do have to keep tension on the side, so these little magnetic cable ties are working really well for that. I like these a lot and have started using them a lot to wrangle fabric and stuff like that. And they also work really well to keep that tension if you get it tight enough. So yeah, so no haul. Plans for today, after I get this video uploaded, I'm going to try and film a 2021 finish parade. I finished 17 projects last year. 4 of them were given away as gifts, and if I can find a way, if I have if I still have the pictures of those things, maybe I'll insert them. Otherwise, it'll just be the 13 things that I finished last year. So I'm going to try and film that this afternoon. And yeah, so look for that on Wednesday. And then as far as stitching for the week, I'm going to continue on my Fancy Ladies. Want to get a little bit done on Bellatrix, do a bit more on Eva. She is a Nora Corbett, so she will go a lot faster than like the Mirabilias and the bigger Bella Filipinas. But yeah, I'm just excited to stitch on all of those guys. Okay, so, and the twisted rainbow. I'm almost starting to do that a bit as like a, I don't want to say 25/7 or anything like that, because I'm not setting those kind of parameters, but I am stitching on it. I've been kind of trying to stitch on it a little bit every day that I'm home. I mean, obviously I didn't while I was at Erin Stacy's because I only took one project with me. But I'll stitch on that for like an hour or so and put it away and then pull out one of my ladies. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Okay, so now again, because I'm really happy and honored that my channel has just had a wonderful pop in subscription in the last couple weeks, I want to do some Pass the Stash with some of my charts. So what I'm going to ask that you do, I'll give you a code word for each thing, and then we'll do a drawing I guess next week. We can do it for these charts. And I asked, don't say giveaway, don't say free, all of the words you guys know. You have to be over 18 so that I can get your address, and then I will mail them regular mail. And I know some floss tubers who do this give the caveat that they're sending it regular mail. If it gets lost in the mail, you're not going to replace it. It has no value, etc. I'm going to ask that it's only open to United States or yeah, United States, because I just want to be able to do the postage from my office and not have to go anywhere and get special postage, which I know is unfair because I know a lot of you are not, but that's just how it has to be for now. So let's go through it. These are all things that I've done and finished in the last, I don't actually think, these are all in the past year. This is last year. No, that one's this year. So I have 2 things that I finished like previous years, and then 4 things that I actually finished in 2021. So the 2 that are from previous years, this is a Satsuma Street Zodiac Pattern Leo. You can use the code word Leo. My birthday is in August, and I tend to always do a Black Cat birthday style and then stitch some kind of lion something. So this was last year's, 2020. But it's a great pattern. Satsuma Street's really fun. So if you happen to either be a Leo or like lions, say Leo to get that chart. This I did in my first year of stitching. It's a great pattern. It was $18. So, but value 0, for mailing purposes. But this is hands-on design year celebrations. Oh, I have to change my year celebrations. I still have December up here. So I have to change that to January. But yeah, this is all the months, and it actually has 2 extra months in here for July and November that are Canadian themed. So there's actually 14 months in here. It does not have my December conversion to make it Hanukkah based instead of Christmas based, but you know what, if you really want that, let me know and I will send that to you as well. So let's say celebrations, or celebration, yeah, celebration for this chart. Okay. Then the other 4 that I have, as I said, are all things that I finished this year. The first one is, this is an older chart. This is from 1986, but I gotta tell you, it was beautiful when I finished it. I made this for my friend. This is the crossed wing collection called First Encounter number 8. It is chickadees, and let's say birds, because it's easier to spell than chickadees. And it has the pattern for this. It also has this little thing down here if you wanted to stitch the mat. I didn't, but so that's birds. This was I did for my Black Cat birthday sale for 2021 because I wanted something just tiny, because my 2020 Black Cat birthday sale is still in progress. I'm doing Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower, which is like a huge pattern. So I still wanted to do a new Black Cat birthday sale this past year, but I wanted to be tiny so it got finished really fast, and this fit the bill. So this is August kitty cocktail. So we can say August, and it's really cute. When I did it, I added a few other colors. I added a little, I think, pink in the umbrella, and I added some yellow in the cup to make it lemonade, and then I still had the green. But this is really cute. I did this in just, seriously, it's like a 2-day project. Okay, then this is Lila's Studio All Hallows Eve that I finished this year. Gorgeous little project. There is a companion piece that maybe I'll stitch that this coming year. I did this with Amy Sprinklestein stitches. So what should we say? Why don't we say witch for this one? W-I-T-C-H. And then the last one is a Madame Chantilly pattern that I finished. You can see it hanging behind me right here. I did a bunch of color changes and whatever, but this is a great pattern as well. This is Cats in the Rain by Madame Chantilly. Let's say cats. And yeah. Okay, so let's go over that again. Leo by Satsuma Street. Code word is Leo. You don't have to use these in a sentence. You can just put the words there or just say, I would like XYZ. But if you want to use them in a sentence and be amusing and, you know, give me a little bit of entertainment, I would appreciate it. This is Hands-On Design, Year Celebrations. Great, great chart pattern. Each one is way doable in like a week or two. I finished each one in a month for the previous month, so it took me a year to do it, and it was a lot of fun. And we're using Celebration. Crosswing Collection, First Encounter number 8. Really cute, very natural, realistic pattern of chickadees, but we're going to say birds because it's easier to spell. And as I said, these are all just going to go in an envelope, regular mail. I mean, a big envelope, obviously, for the big ones, but still. Then we have Kitty Cocktail. This is Calico Crossroads. And we're going to say August. Is that what I said to say? August? I think so. All Hallows Eve by Lila's Studio. We're going to say witch. And last but not least, Cats in the Rain by Madame Chantilly. And we will say cats for this one. Okay, so that's it. So please put in your comments any of those that you would like to receive, and then I'll do it by the random comment generator thing. So you do have to spell stuff correctly. You know, so witch is W-I-T-C-H. You can't use the other one. And then Celebration and cats. If you just put cat, that's fine because it'll still pick it up. So anyway, yeah, so please, if you're interested, I would love to just mail these out to you guys. Thank you again so much for just growing my channel and being here with me every week. I just really love it. Can you guys hear how loud he's being right now? Come here. Come here. Oh, needy, 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 needy kitty. Anyway, so thank you so much, you guys, for being with me for this whole past year. It's been hard for a lot of people. It was hard for me. You guys know I've talked about the things that are going on, you know, losing my mom and everything, and everybody's been so like kind and supportive and telling me, you know, their own experiences with that kind of loss. And you know, we life goes on. But there is a loss, and I miss my mom every day, but stitching brings me closer to her. So that is one of the reasons I really love doing it. But I am really glad I have all you guys in my life, have my channel. I really enjoy it. It helps me focus. It helps me feel creative. And, I really thank you all for being a part of it. So I hope you guys all have a very happy new year. Let's move forward and all be healthy and happy and prosperous. And yeah, I wish all good things for you and your kitties and your puppies and any other fur babies you have, and human babies. You know, people are good too. People are good too, right? Okay, I think that is it. Yes, I think I've gone over all my notes, so all I have left to do is say my tagline. And you guys know, until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla and Becky. Bye-bye.